On October 21, 2016, the world watched as Twitter went dark. Over the next hour, more services went down. Facebook, Reddit, Netflix, Spotify, WhatsApp, even Amazon. One by one, the internet was being shut down and nobody knew why. At 7:19 a.m., internet services started coming back online. Then at 8 a.m., the attack stopped. Whatever had caused it was over. But the question remained, what had happened? Who would do such a thing and why? Over the next few days, details emerged. It wasn't a virus or a DDoS attack. This was something new, something worse. It was a coordinated cyber attack on a massive scale. A group of websites had been taken offline, not by hackers, but by a single individual. His name was Kevin Mitnick. He was a well-known hacker, but he didn't act alone. Behind the attack was a botnet, an army of millions of infected devices working together to take down targets. But how did he do it? How does one man take down the internet? It all came down to control. Most people think of hackers as lone wolves, sitting alone in front of a computer screen, targeting random companies for fun. But hacking on this scale requires organization. You need manpower, resources, and a plan. And that's exactly what Kevin Mitnick had. He led a team of hackers and spent months infecting computers. They used a Trojan virus which infiltrated routers and hijacked servers. Once inside, they installed malware which gave them complete control. Then they moved on to the next one and the next until they had millions of devices under their control. But control isn't enough. You also need a strategy. For that, they turned to a tactic called distributed denial of service. It's actually pretty simple. When a server gets too many requests, it can crash. It can't handle the traffic. So instead of attacking one server, Mitnick attacked millions. His botnet flooded servers with requests until they couldn't handle it. They went offline. The result was total chaos. Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, and other services were overwhelmed. Their infrastructures were being attacked from all sides. It wasn't just the companies. Government agencies were affected too. Healthcare systems, banks, airlines, transportation networks. None of it was safe. The question was, why? Why take down the internet, and why now? The answer was simple. It wasn't just a test. It was a wake-up call. There was only one way to get the world's attention. It was to show them how fragile the internet really is. In a matter of hours, everything changed. Billionaires lost billions. Investors panicked. Experts went into damage control and governments got involved. It was the largest cyber attack in history. But it wasn't the first. In fact, it was just the latest attack from Kevin Mitnick. Back in 2000, he launched a similar attack. He infiltrated Yahoo and stole 100,000 passwords. He then sold them to the highest bidder. The FBI caught him and sent him to prison, but instead of stopping him, it made him famous. He became a legendary hacker, one of the most notorious names in history. But here's the thing, he never acted alone. Before the internet was shut down in 2016, Mitnick had retired. He was happy with his life of crime, but behind the scenes, his team was preparing for the ultimate attack. They waited until Mitnick was arrested again in 2017 for violating his parole. Then they launched the attack. As the world watched in confusion, they pulled off the impossible. To this day, there are still questions. How did they infect so many devices? Where did they get the manpower? Why did they choose this moment? The truth is, we may never know. What we do know is that the internet has never been the same. The protocols have been updated and new security measures have been put in place, but that doesn't mean it can't happen again. All it takes is one brilliant mind with a plan and an army of bots to make it real. One thing's for sure, the internet will never be safe. We live in a world where technology keeps evolving, new devices keep getting connected, and hackers keep finding new ways in. The story of the internet isn't over, it's just begun. Now watch.